Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News for Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Stand up for your country. Hey, I want to welcome our new premium and concierge members on BillO'Reilly.com. In the past 2 days, we got more than 1,000. So we hope you guys are ready for an experience you have not been getting. We're in business to help you and your family and your friends, and that is the truth. I mean, I don't have to do this, all right? But we're in business to help you and to give you honest information about things that affect your lives and to look forward. And our record is pretty darn good. You can ask all the other premium and concierge members on BillO'Reilly.com. And we're not going to let you down. We're going to deliver honest information on a daily basis. So tonight we're going to begin with President Biden holding a press conference, a rare thing, I should say. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points Memo. So there was a meeting with the South Korean President, Yoon, today at the White House, and they had a joint press conference. Mr. Biden was 90 minutes late to that press conference. Something happened very interesting before the press conference. So Yoon and Biden are sitting there in the Oval Office, and there are some reporters, pool reporters there. And Biden is talking about what the conversation was this morning. Now, look at him. Look at President Biden. He's reading off a card what he and Yoon talked about. Now, most every human being on the planet would just tell you, would look you in the eye and say, hey, President Yoon and I spoke about this, this, and this. Biden has to read off a card what he was just talking about to Yoon. Now, I almost guarantee you no one else will pick that up. I told Hannity today, because I did a radio hit with him, I said, check that out. It's so unusual. You're looking down, Biden, like this, at the card to explain what the president of South Korea and he were talking about this morning. Now, I don't want to make a tremendous deal out of this, but isn't it weird? I mean, come on. So then, as I said, he's supposed to have a press conference at 12:30. I told my staff, that's never going to happen, okay? And he was 90 minutes late, which, that's his prerogative, as some people might say, but it's insulting to be late, and he is always. I got 3 sound bites for you. First, I just want to run down. This is the 24th press conference he's had in 27 months in office. Most of them are very short. Today's was very short. Trump at the same time, 27 months, had 51, Obama 46. So you can see Biden doesn't do these very much. And when he does, they're truncated. Word of the day, truncated. All right, the first soundbite that I have is the general overarch of why the South Korean president was here. Go.
Look, a nuclear attack by North Korea against the United States or its allies or partisans or partners is unacceptable and will result in the end of whatever regime were to take such an action.
Okay, that's good. Just warn Putin and everybody else, you use a nuke, you're toast. Now, you can speculate whether Biden would have the cojones to do that. He'd have to do it. Any nation using a nuclear weapon now, they're gone. You'd have to. So I'm down with that. That's the first soundbite. Second soundbite is politics. Go.
Think about what I inherited when I got elected. I inherited a nation in overwhelming debt at the time. Number one, in the hole for the 4 years that he was president. I inherited a nation that had a serious loss of credibility around the world as America first. And, the first meeting I attended the G7, I said, America's back. And one of the world leaders looked and said, for how long? For how long? There's a great concern about the United States being able to lead the free world. And we're doing that again.
This is propaganda. I mean, you got the Ukraine war, you got Xi saber-rattling against Taiwan. Trump didn't have any of that. Biden goes, I inherited a big debt. Biden has increased that debt more than any other president in the history of this country. And part of the debt under Trump, who was a big spender, no doubt he was, okay, was COVID. So, Biden gets out there and he just says stuff. He doesn't care whether it's true or not. You all know this. We've been doing this now for a year. Now, the next one is more extensive. This is a reporter asking Biden about his poor image among Americans. Go.
You recently launched your reelection campaign. You've said questions about your age are legitimate, and your response is always, just watch me. But the country is watching, and recent polling shows that 70% of Americans, including a majority of Democrats, believe you shouldn't run again. What do you say to them? What do you say to those Americans who are watching and aren't convinced? You've said you can beat Trump again. Do you think you're the only one?
I may not be the only one, but I know him well, and I know the danger he presents to our democracy, and we've been down this road before. And with regard to age, and polling data, I noticed the polling data I keep hearing about is that I'm between 42 and 46% favorable rating, et cetera. And but everybody running for re-election in this time has been in the same position. There's nothing new about that. They're making it sound like Biden's really underwater. Number one. Number two, when the same polling data asks whether they think what kind of job I've done, it gets overwhelmingly positive results from 58%.
It's not true. I mean, it's so false. It's staggering. So there's a poll out this week by CBS News, certainly a liberal organization. All right, job approval or disapproval on Biden, 59% disapprove. So Biden says, just to remind you, all right, that he has positive results, 58%. He doesn't have, I'm looking at now the polling from this week to the beginning of April, all right? In every single poll, he's got disapproval over 50 and approval from 39 to 42. And Biden says to the world, 58% people think I'm doing a good job. And what do you do? What do you do? We the people, what do we do? I mean, it's like that character, the John Lovitz character on Saturday Night Live. Remember him? Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah. The press is numb to it, and they favor Democrats anyway, so they're not going to analyze it like I would. Does Biden know that he's unpopular, that his job approval rating this week at CBS News is 59% disapproval? Does he know? No, he doesn't know. He's not like Trump, who watched TV news incessantly. Biden never does. He lives in a bubble and they tell him stuff, and then that's it. He doesn't know. Okay, so after President Biden announced that he was going to run again, which I don't think he will, I'm the only one saying that, but you wait and see. Former President Obama came out and said, yeah, great, he's doing a great job. Okay. Now, does Barack Obama think that Joe Biden's doing a great job? I doubt it. I can't read his mind, but I doubt it. But he's a Democrat. And then Bernie Sanders comes out, yeah. Okay. Now, Bernie probably does think that Biden's doing a good job because Biden is a captive of the far left, where Bernie lives. So there's that. Now, it's clear to me that Joe Biden, if he does run for president, is not going to campaign in a traditional way. He can't. He's not going to be out there in Iowa and New Hampshire, and he might give a speech here and there, but he'll take very few questions, and he won't do anything like that. So on my message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com, and you don't have to be a member, by the way, to access the message or the column. You just go there. We have a lot of free stuff on BillO'Reilly.com. We want to lure you there so you like it so much you become a premium or concierge member. Anyway, I put forth a few Democrats that the party might consider in case Biden doesn't make it. Okay, that's the memo. The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped a whopping 20%. 2023 could be worse. You are right to be worried. So call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I've been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They have thousands of satisfied customers and have the highest rating in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. Again, that's 866-501-5201 or text Bill to 65532. All right, let's go to the mail. Mike on the message board. What I find most offensive about Biden's performance is that he thinks he's doing a real bang-up job and that he deserves another term. He's obviously living in a fantasy land divorced from reality. Yeah, that's where he lives, in that land. James, concierge member. James gets direct access to me. We hope you check that program out. If Biden is as bad as you say, O'Reilly, how can Obama be so revered by you? Biden's an extension of Obama. No, he's not. I mean, Obama was against gay marriage in the beginning. I mean, Obama's a much more traditional and revered. Come on. I covered Obama in a fair way. I like him personally because he's very nice to my children. Lena, the news is no longer about journalistic integrity. It's about corporations and money. Absolutely, but not this agency. Kevin Gillespie, Sampsonville, Kentucky. I watched the No Spin News. Excellent as always. I have been a Tucker follower. The one thing about Tucker is that he's extremely smart, and I learned something every time I watched it. Regarding Ray Epps, the confusing part is that everybody was thrown into prison but him. No. There were 2,000 people approximately inside the state capitol. About 900 of them have been prosecuted, most on low-level trespassing stuff. There are people being held by judges for various reasons, denied bail. Anyway, the Epps thing, you're never going to get to the bottom of it unless Epps sues Fox News and Tucker Carlson. It can be depositions. Okay? It looks to me like Epps setting himself up because of his appearance on 60 Minutes to do that. Dr. Alex Sosenko, I used to watch Fox News. However, in the past year, Tucker Carlson has turned me off because of his views on Ukraine. My parents fled Ukraine after World War II to get away from the evil Soviets. Carlson mocks Zelensky and sides with the Russian point of view. Okay? Glenda, Bill, you've been extremely fair to Tucker. I hope I have. Gone out of my way. Thank you for that. My concern is that conservative voices are being silenced. You know, we're in a minority, but talk radio is still dominated by conservatives. EY, concierge member. Bill, best talking points ever on the current state of our country and the failures of the Biden presidency to do anything about the woke agenda. Appreciate that. Peter Dobelman, Omaha, Nebraska. Can you please explain why Trump continues to focus on DeSantis and not the Biden administration? Because it's a primary. Trump's got to beat DeSantis. That's what he wants to do first, get the nomination. Al Kirsting, Young, Arizona. You once said Susan Rice was the person behind the curtain at the White House. Now that she's gone, who will be running things? I don't know yet. We're watching it. Don't know yet. Jean Biquette, Portsmouth, Rhode Island. Recently, you suggested a good way to invest would be U.S. Treasury bonds, but there's a $10,000 limit. Do you have any other suggestions? I don't give financial advice. If I see a good deal, we'll put it in Smart Life. But I can't give financial advice. David Zangari, Cicero, New York. My father-in-law will turn 101 on May 3rd. He's a Navy vet of World War II. Can you give him a birthday greeting? You don't put his name in there. Yes, you do. Frank DePino. You're a patriot, Frank. Happy birthday. 101. Wow. Bonnie Stewart, Apalachicola, Florida. I haven't heard you mention Holly recently. I hope she's okay. Holly is very busy being the mascot of Team Normal. And she's complaining about being overworked. Okay? So there's Holly. She's okay, but she's working her little butt off. So Team Normal gear flying on out of here. We want everybody to go in and take a golf shirt or a mug or both or a, what else we got? Mugs and hats. Oh, those Team Normal hats. You got to have them. And if you buy anything on BillO'Reilly.com, anything at all, you get 2 free atheism bumper stickers that say atheism, nothing there. Gotta love that, right? A little humor. And Killing the Legends and Killing the Mob together, $18. Fabulous deal. Mother's and Father's Day coming up. And the shirts for Mom, the Team Normal shirts, the best. Okay? Again, you buy the shirt for Mom, get the bumper stickers free. Word of the day, do not be a poppin' J. One of my favorite words. Back with a final thought in a moment. Bill O'Reilly here for Lone Star Transfer. If booking your timeshare has been difficult in the past, you know it's been almost impossible lately. Most clients are shocked to learn that their timeshare is now available to the public, severely limiting booking options. Many owners are upset their yearly dues have nearly doubled during this maintenance fee season. For well over a decade, this family-owned company has had the pleasure of helping more than 18,000 owners legally and permanently get out of their timeshare fees. With an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and more than 900 5-star testimonials, Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. Lone Star Transfer guarantees the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. So please call my friends today for a free, no-obligation consultation at 855-551-7066. 855-551-7066 or online at lonestartransfer.com. Okay, here's the final thought of the day. I got a letter from my radio guys this morning. It says, quote, hard to believe it was 4 years ago that Key Networks launched the O'Reilly update to the radio marketplace. 4 years and 300 affiliates later, with the addition of the morning edition and No Spin News at night, we've enjoyed great success, proving content rules all. Dennis Green. And Dennis is a good guy. I trusted him with the radio franchise of the No Spin News. We are all over talk radio and country radio, all over the country. Most people don't know that. Press will never write anything good about me, ever. But our radio dominance is rising. Our flagship is WABC in New York, where we are on at 9 o'clock. They take the No Spin News audio. And then we're on throughout the day, noon for my commentary. I'll be on with Sid and friends tomorrow morning on WABC. That is worth listening to, 8:40. And you can listen anywhere in the country on that, Sid and friends. And we really appreciate you watching us as always. And again, thank you, new members. Welcome. You'll meet a lot of nice people on the message boards at BillO'Reilly.com. Any complaint or compliment you have, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.